Hello and welcome back again. And now we're going to learn how to ask simple questions like what's your name, where are you from, are you married, are you a tourist, are you living here? Things like that, like how to talk about I live in a certain city, in a certain state. So different keywords that will help you just like introducing and like just talking a little bit like about yourself. So just be comfortable, make sure to take the best time to watch this video, having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or like whatever you're drinking, and relax while you're practicing. It's the key thing is like being just like relax and enjoying the learning process, because that's what makes it easy, because your brain will feel like it's like tightening and oh no, that's like really hard. Like the brain believes, so it like believes, oh no, 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 we can't do that, like this is like hard language, we can't learn, or like this is like the first time we learn a language. So let's just make sure to talk positive like about the language, because that like makes it easier for you. If you said like, oh actually that's like easy, they are like just like using two words. Oh actually, you do not have like to use like helping verbs. If I want to say like I am happy, I would just say like I happy, or like just like happy. So this is like simple things, like try to just like think about it more than like thinking about the other stuff, because like believe me, like every language have like really like a lot of easy things, and then there's like that one thing or like that doesn't make so much sense because you are comparing it to your own language. So try not to compare as much as you can. If something like just like it's not like your own language, just like, oh, keep in your like an open mind, because sometimes we say things differently. Sometimes we would just how old are you, like for us, like we're saying like how much in your age, for example, how much you've been living so far. So things like that, and just keeping an open mind with this, it will like really help you a lot. So without further ado, like let's just like see different things, and that's what we saw like the last time. And we just like wanted to do like a little review. We learned how to say like yes, and that was like a yeah, or nam. We learned how to say no, and that's la. We learned how to say like hello, which is like literally peace for us. We say like salam or salam alaikum. We learned how to say like wash labas, and that's mean like literally we said the word like the labas is actually like two words, which is like la, no, and bas is problem or like harm, so no harm. So no harm, no harm to mean like is everything right, like no, nothing bad in your life, and it's like oh nothing bad. Labas, labas, and we combine it to one word to say labas. Okay, so we have the word bikhair, which is like literally be and khair. Be is like literally just like like wet, and khair is blessing, like with blessing. Are you living with blessing? Are you blessed? Like is everything like good? And then you say like bikhair, the same. The question same as the answer. So sava is from French. If someone told you like sava, you might answer with sava. And then here we have like mzian to mean good. Mzian, mzian. And here, this is like something I will break it for you. Kidair is actually literally like kifash, which is how, plus dair. Dair is like literally doing. And if it's female, we select daira, and that's like doing. So kifash daira or kifash dair. So that's why some Moroccan, this ash is like same as snow, which mean what? They would say kif dair, and that's like how are you doing? And they combine it. So kif daira or kif dair. But the shortest form is kidair. Okay? So you might hear kidaira or kidair. Okay? So yes, so what we saw is kifash, it mean how. Okay, so the short form of kifash is either kif or just ki, and that's what we have here. And just like to know that how we break things down. So you will hear like either kifash or kidair to mean how are you doing. And that's what's easy, because you do not have to have like all these kind of words to say one thing. It's just one word, kidair or kidaira. But if you are saying it to a group of people, you would add in, and that's how we show plural. Kiday, kidairin, 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 kidairin. If you notice, I'm saying the whole thing while like my mouth is still e. Kidairin, 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 kidaira, kidairin, kidaira. Okay, so kidair, kidaira, kidairin, and that's what we saw last time. Okay, so this is not like the lesson, that was just like a review. Today we will see how to ask what's your name. So we said like salam, كي دايرة لاباس عليك, or كي داير لاباس عليك, كل شي مزيان, كل شي بخير, الحمد لله. We finish with the greeting, right? Now, like if you are talking to that person, then you would say like, what's your name? To see what's your name, you say shno, and that's what, and smitik. And this k in the end, it's mean you. Shno smitik. Shno smitik. Shno smitik. Say it after me. Shno smitik. Shno smitik. Shno smitik. Okay? Yes. Try to say it as you're interested and you just want to say like, oh, what's your name? So, shno smitik. Shno smitik. Shno smitik. Okay, easy, right? It's not like really, it doesn't have any like weird sounds. So it's just the normal sounds that you have in English. It's shno and smitik. Okay, so that you would say to either masculine or feminine. If there is like no gender specific here, either except if it was plural, then you would say like shno smitkom. Okay, but you don't have to care about plural now. So shno smitik. And to answer, you just say like Smithy, and that's my name. Okay, Shnu Smitik, Smithy. For example, Smithy Anna, Smithy Alejandro, Smithy Ruby, whatever like name, you would say like Smithy. Okay, there is some Moroccans say it like with a different like accents. It's just like about the region. You would say Smithy. Okay, Smithy, but normally we just say Smithy. Smithy. Okay, so shnu smitik? Smithy. For example, if you ask me shnu smitik, I will be Smithy Kawtar. Smithy Kawtar, or simply I will just like si Kawtar. Same as in other language, we lately we just like keep saying things directly. How old are you? You will see like your age. What's your name? You will see your name. So you do not like literally like have to say Smithy, but if you wanted to, it's still like normal. It's still like people say it, Smithy, Smithy Kawtar. Okay. If you want to say like that's like your name, Smithy. Smithy is my name. If you want to say like my daughter her name, if you want to say like her name, you would say like Smitha. Okay, for example, Smitha Anna. Okay, and that Smitha is like her name. If you notice the is, we don't have auxiliary verbs, so like we just like have her name, Smitha Anna. Okay, so we have Shnu Smitik, Smithy, Smitha. If it was his name is Smichu. For example, Smicho John. Okay, his name is John. Okay, Smitha, Smichu, and of course we said Smitik is your name and Smithy. Okay, so this is like just like to have, if you in case you want to say Smithy Kawtar, Smithu John, and Smitha Anna. So this way you can say different names. Okay, so I asked about the name. Now what we can ask about, of course, where you're from. To ask where you're from, you only say منين انت. If I'm talking to Amel, منين انت. منين. I know it might be hard a little bit because this is ending with N and this started with N. So what we do is we say منين منين انت. You combine it. منين انت. You don't have to say منين انت. It's منين انت. منين انت. منين انت. منين انت. Ninta. So you just try to like find it like comfortable for you to say the whole thing. Ninta is where you're from. Okay. If you are talking to a female, you would say mninti, 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 mninti. And that's like for a female. Okay. If it's plural, if I'm talking to a group of people, you meet like a group of people, I would say like mnin, mnintuma. And that's like for plural. Okay. So mninta, mninti, mnintuma. Mninta, mninti, mnintuma. Try to repeat it. Mninta, mninti, mnintuma. Mninta, mninti, mnintuma. شنو سميتك؟ سميتي، سميتها، سميتو. شنو سميتك؟ سميتي، سميتها، سميتو. منينتا، منينتي، منينتوما. Try to repeat it till you are like really comfortable with it. The answer is easy. You just select أنا. That's optional. If you don't want to select I am, you just select from. من is from. So أنا من is sorry, I wrote it twice. I'm from. Okay. أنا من or just like من from. For example, if you want to say I'm from America, you would select من American. There is some Moroccans they say America, America, like in French, but like we normally see American, من American. Okay, من American, من American. If you are from England, you would say, so some Moroccans they would like use Britannia anyways, like they would select Britannia. Some Moroccans if they know a lot about, they would select England, like it's the same. But if not, like you would select l'Inglise, l'in, so the L, l'Inglise, sorry, l'Inglise, من l'Inglise, من l'Inglise, من l'Inglise, or من England. Or they would say من Britannia. Okay? من الإنجليز. أنا من أمريكان. أنا من الإنجليز. If you are from Spain, you would select أنا من España. And that's like from Spain. Okay? من España. You can also say like if you are from India, you would select من الهند. Okay? And that's like from India. If you are from Canada, it's easy. You will just select من Canada. It's the same thing. من Canada. Okay, that's mean from Canada. If you are from France, you would say من فرنسا. فرنسا. And that's like from France. I'm from France. Okay, so yes, منينتا or منينتي or منينتوما. You can say أنا من أمريكان, أنا من الإنجليز, or أنا من إنجلند, or أنا من بريطانيا, أنا من إسبانيا, أنا من الهند, أنا من كندا, أنا من فرنسا, or any other place. Okay, أنا من البرتغال, أنا من برازيل, أنا من أستراليا, أنا من any of the other places. Okay, so that's like something you can answer with, but you can also see American, like English, or like French, you know, like if like the nationalities. And but if you answer just like this way, it's like totally like correct. It's like, you know, it's fine. You can just like say like I'm American. And if you want to select from like New Jersey or like from Florida, you can still answer with min Florida or min London or min Paris or min any of the other things. So that's like really simple. So let's start again. Okay, so let's pause a little bit. Let's like clean this. Try to practice it, but let's like start from the beginning. Assalamu alaikum. كي داير لاباس عليك or كي دايره لاباس عليك؟ كلشي مزيان؟ كلشي لاباس؟ بخير؟ الحمد لله الحمد لله. شنو سميتك؟ سميتي كوثر. شنو سميتك؟ منين انت؟ منين انتي؟ منين نتوما؟ من أمريكان، من إنجلند، من كندا. So let's put the word like that list for us here. Is the word for nice to meet you. The word for nice to meet you is one word. And we either say in French enchanté, or we are saying like the word متشرفين. 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 Some lazy Moroccans, they get rid of the T because we don't like the ch sound. So we say مشرفين. And that means nice to meet you. Okay? مشرفين. 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 من كندا. أنا من المغرب. So of course, since you are like learning Darija, you have to know the word for Morocco. So the word for Morocco is المغرب, and that's the GH. المغرب. المغرب. Okay? If I would want to say like I am like Moroccan, I would say as a female, I would say like أنا مغربية. 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 Okay, try to say it after me. مغربية. But if I was a guy, I would say مغربي. مغربي. If your husband is Moroccan, you can say راجلي. My husband, that's like راجلي مغربي. Moroccan. راجلي مغربي. My husband. It's like literally like my man, but like it's we use it to say like my husband. راجلي مغربي. Okay? So if it's like your wife is the one that's Moroccan, you can say مراتي مغربية. Okay? And that's why here I use مغربية, does mean Moroccan. Okay? So مغربي or مغربية, it means I'm Moroccan. If you are like American, you would say Mirikani. Okay? But if you are a female, you have to say Mirikaniya. And make sure it's always iya. Yeah. So Mirikaniya, to emphasize it a little bit. Mirikaniya. Okay, so Kanadi is someone from Canada, but if it's female, I would say Kanadia. Okay, so same for all like the ones that we learned before. So Hindi, if it's female, Hindiya. But Brittany again from Britain, Brittany. If it's like a girl, Britannia. So if like you use the word Inglisi, like English, Inglisi. If you are a girl, you would say Inglisia. Okay. So Mirikari, Mirikania, Kanadi, Kanadia, Hindi, Hindia, Britannia, Britannia, Inglisi, Inglisia. So like we add the like when we want to make the for female like that token, and that's masculine. But if it's plural, you just add in. So I would say like Mirikaniyin, Canadiyin. Instead of the ya, like I just like get like in. Britanniyin, Inglesiyin. Okay, Maghribiyin or mostly like you see like Magharba, and that's Moroccans. Let's use it in green. To say Moroccans, you say Al-Magharba. Al-Magharba, that's like Moroccans. Okay, Al-Magharba. 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 I hope you enjoyed like this part. Try to pause a little bit, practice that first, and then we get look to the next like stop. Okay, let's learn more now. So how would you, if someone asks you where are you from in America, I mean which city or which states? So if it's like a known city, like just like say it. If it, like you think you would not know and you don't like want to explain more, you can just like say like what state you are from. So for example, if I wanted to ask you like where are you from in the states, I would say like منين انتي or منين انت في ميريكان. منين انتي or منين انت في ميريكان. So منين, so where are you in America? So you can like just answer with من to mean like from, and then you can say من Florida, or like even like for the state, for example, you can say like من Ohio, or من Colorado, or like from any place, okay? Or like If you don't have states, then like you just like would say the city, like من London ولا من Bam or من Shiblasa, like some place, so any other place. So yes, and also you can, people like they might ask you, like it's not like necessary they would like or not, but you would probably like ask you, are you married? So yeah, so let's like see that. So you would like use wash, and that's like are you, is he or she or something. So this is like only a question we use to for the answers like yes and no questions. So wash انت is are you. If you are talking to a man, if you're talking to a female, like they would ask you like wash انتي, and that's are you. So wash انت, wash انتي. So the adjective here مزوج is married, مزوج, but مزوجة is for female, okay? So مزوج or مزوجة. واش انت مزوج or واش انتي مزوجة. واش انت مزوج or واش انتي مزوجة. Okay? So let's see the next one. واش انت مخطوب. It's like a little bit hard for pronunciation, is the خ sound. So مخطوب or مخطوبة. واش انت مخطوب or واش انتي مخطوبة. واش مزوج, واش مخطوب. So even if they tell you like this, like it's understandable without having to use ti and ta, because it's optional. Because basically, if I like I'm talking to you, I would say واش مزوج. So of course I use like the without the a because they are a male. If I'm talking to you as a female, I would say like واش مزوجة or واش مخطوبة. Or if before we were talking about like a certain girl and we were talking, oh Anna like is here and stuff like that, and I would be like asking if she's married, I would say we already know who's we talking to. So this is just like to emphasize, if that makes sense. Okay. واش مزوج, واش مخطوب, or واش مزوجة, واش مخطوبة. Okay, so we just get to this one. Of course, like you would not like asking someone you don't know. Maybe a friend that you already talked about like with before few times, and not a very common question since like we are in a Muslim country and normally like it is not acceptable to be in like a relationship, but Moroccans are actually like get in relationships anyway. So but in Islam is like it's haram, which means it's forbidden. So yes, to ask someone if they are in a relationship, you either ask this first question or the second question. So wesh, again the question word, nta or nti, f alaqa. F is in, alaqa is relationship. Wesh nti في علاقة, wesh nta في علاقة. This is like not, if it's not friend, like don't ask that, like maybe would ask like the second one, because sometimes alaqa is more of like it's like kind of like serious, but at the same time like it's different. But okay, so but I would like say like to avoid this if you can. So yes, the second was I just like saying that because like guys, when if there is someone talking to, or like someone who's not Moroccan, if you are talking to a Moroccan man, he might ask you that, and that's like normal because you are not Moroccan, and it's okay to be in a relationship. But Moroccan girls, when someone asks them, "Are you in like a relationship?" In this kind of way, they kind of like thinking, "Oh my God, like why he is asking me that? Like I'm Muslim, so I can't be like in a relationship in a certain way." So, and that's like give the idea of like that kind of certain way, if you know what I mean. So واش انت في علاقة or واش انتي في علاقة. Here واش مصاحبة, that's just like having a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. واش مصاحب or واش مصاحبة. مزيان. So yes, let's get this one. That's like it's like really important because people ask this like, are you a tourist? If you can just say no, because if there is like someone who's like a sealer, they will just like be like really like all over the place and all like I can show you around, I can show you like a place to rent, stuff like that, and then they will charge you like more than like they normally do. So just like say like I live here, which we will like learn later on. So واش انت or واش انتي tourist. واش انت or واش انتي tourist. Of course we have the same word for tourist, which is easier. So yes, واش انت tourist or واش انتي tourist. And now we will get like that's easy, we would not like say forever for this one. To ask like how old are you, we say like شحال شحال في عمرك. شحال في عمرك. شحال في عمرك is how much in your age, literally. But it gives the meaning of like how old are you. So that's like the only question. We use either شحال في عمرك or شحال عندك. And شحال عندك is like how much you have. And that sometimes we use it to mean like how old are you, how much you have in your age. It's like 100 a year. شحال في عمرك. شحال في عمرك. شحال في عمرك. شحال في عمرك. Okay? It's like make sure to say al. شحال في عمرك. شحال في عمرك. شحال في عمرك. Okay. So you answer in two ways. Actually, three ways. Either you answer directly with the numbers. When we go to the numbers, you would know them like more. Or you say عندي, I have. عندي. For example 26 is 26 عام. You don't have to say عام like years old. It's optional. You can also say like عمري, which is my age literally. عمري whatever your age عام. Okay. So شحال في عمرك. عندي or عمري, and this is pronounced عام, which mean year. Okay. So yes, the last one is this. So do you have kids? واش عندك is do you have. واش عندك. That's helpful because you can ask with this question like many things. Do you have milk? Do you have this? Do you have that? واش عندك. واش عندك. واش عندك. واش عندك الأولاد. This is like kids and this is children, but like we use them exchangeably. It means the same things. Like do you have children? So واش عندك الأولاد. ولاد. واش عندك الولاد or واش عندك دراري. واش عندك الولاد. واش عندك دراري. Okay. So yes, let's like stop here, and that's like enough information for like this lesson. But yeah, try to master that first. Try like to just like use it, like have fun with it, like listen to it, like really listen to it. Try to say like the same things. This way you just like have like an idea, and then like you can practice more. For like later on. So it's like really like just enjoy the language. I'm always like saying that it's because it's important. When you are like trying to learn something and you are like having fun with it, it's like you don't feel time. You just like taking a step in a time. So that's why I'm saying also like when you are watching the videos, make sure like you don't have something like after, like maybe like you already finished work, or if you are a morning person before like you start work, and you have like just like practice with the videos at least like 30 minutes like in a day, or like whatever like little time. And then like when you are like watching it, don't think about anything else except of like what you are listening to, and then practice along with it. And whenever you're free, I would also advise you to record yourself. And if you like the recording, if your job is like fine, or like when you are like walking or something, you can like listen to it. So listening is important as much as like talking. It's like really helps. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I see you in the next one. Have fun with the language, enjoy it, and practice with a smile on your face. It's a happy language, it's a beautiful language, and that's what makes it unique. It forces you to like say things out loud. It forces you to be a loud person. It forces you to smile often, and that's like what makes it fun. And also you say things many times, and you're asking people how well they are, like in a different ways. So just like fun, have fun with it, and take care guys. Tala for يوسكم, and I see you in the next one. Yes, bye bye. السلام عليكم ونشوفكم من بعد.